this is super generalized, but employers from long ago treated it like they were letting you into their kind of their thing, where the golden gates would open and you'd be allowed into the system.
Chosen.
Yeah, very much so. And then
Yeah.
I think where that's changed now is that employers are spending a significant amount of time marketing to candidates, and they're trying to create, this Disneyland sort of feel for their business that, wow, I couldn't imagine working anywhere else. This is going to be so amazing.
Right.
So that's, I think they're spending a lot of time online trying to promote that sort of feel so that people will be like, yeah, of course I want to work there. That'd be a great place.
Well, I think you're right. You nailed it, that there's been a generational shift, right? Like we're the Tinder generation. You both have to swipe right. Like you both have to like each other.
Yeah.
And I think you come up with this probably a lot in staffing, and you kind of said it, like you have a knack for telling fit, right? You can have your resume and the skill set and have it's all there. They've got the education, they've got the experience, but is it the right fit? And that's something that's key in staffing.
Yeah. That would be similar to and sometimes we compare staffing to dating services, where it really is in a very elaborate dating service where we involve the client who's, one person in the dating, and then the candidate who's the other person. And there has to be some chemistry. There has to be some fit and alignment to people that already exist there and that sort of thing. So it's really interesting. And it's tough too, because the laws the laws as they're laid out, you can't discriminate based on hardly anything, but at the same time you also need alignment. And so that, if you have one person who just isn't fitting the group, it's really, obvious, and you can feel it, and it creates some tensions and that sort of thing. But at the same time, the client needs the people to do the job. And if you're an engineer and you haven't done the thing that they want you to do, you're not going to be able to do it. It's kind of that simple. And it doesn't matter how good you fit, how much they like you.
Yeah.
So we're always we're playing sides all the time. It can be really tough.
Totally. Yeah, I get that 100%. Like, if they align with your values and they get you results, we call those the unicorns.
Yeah.
Right. Like no brainer. You got ones that, align with your values, but they aren't quite your highest performers. And I call those the American Idol contestants, right? Like they just need a little coaching, give them a couple singing lessons.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have your anchors, like they're stopping your ship from going anywhere because they don't align with your values and they don't perform. And then the last quadrant, part of my language, are the assholes. And they're the hardest, man. They're the hardest because they perform, they get the results, but they don't align with your values. And if you don't get rid of those guys, and that's a hard thing to do, because you're eating profit at that point, right? If you don't get rid of them, you'll lose your unicorns because they won't believe you.
Yeah, what's an interesting, I would say, I'll add a subset to the last quadrant is you can have. I've just noticed there's a group of people as well that they it's almost like the con man. So you have the subset to the asshole is the con man who says what you want. They're saying they love it, everything's great, and then but they're not performers, but they act like they're your best performer. Everything's good, but then secretly
they're the magicians, smoke and mirrors.
And then as the world starts to catch up with them, that hey, this person's not really hitting it. And then what comes out is, well, it's your fault.
Right.
It's company's fault. It's not my fault. I'm obviously one of your best employees, and but you guys are a terrible company to work for, and I need to leave now. It's mind-boggling.